Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I have an empties. I feel like it's been ages since I did an empties, but it was probably like last month. And I also have actually finished up some makeup. So it's a small empties to share with you, but I've got some little mini reviews and some of this stuff I've already repurchased. I'm going to kick off with two body lotions at completely different ends of the spectrum in terms of price. The first is the Vaseline Cocoa Radiant Intensive Care. I love these Vaseline body lotions, just all the different kinds. This one smells amazing, obviously. I spoke about the oil version of this in last week's Friday Faves and Fails. It's like a gel oil. Can't recommend it enough. This is just the normal body lotion version, but it smells exactly the same. It's good. It just, all of the Vaseline Intensive Care lotions of all of the different kinds, they just kind of do what they say on the tin. They've just got ever so slightly different variations in terms of ingredients, and most of it is scent. I really like this one. I would absolutely repurchase it. However, and it's, you know, bog standard moisturizer. It does the job. I have got one from Sand & Sky. This was sent to me, but I've just ordered it because it was just so fantastic. I actually tried to make this last forever. I originally got this with their pink clay. Is it called pink clay? It's that granule scrub situation. I can't remember what it's called, but I got it at the same time with that, and I was using them together like once a week as a bit of a treat. And I couldn't tell which of the two products was the real hero. And so I think I mentioned it here and there, but once I kind of separated them and started using them on their own, it's this. It's absolutely this. I don't know what's in this that makes it so fantastic, but my skin has never been softer. It's not like, you know, like with Ameliorate and things like that have got like glycolic acid in them and like smoothing types. It's not like that. It's not the same kind of, oh, your skin feels really smooth after you've started using this for a few days. The day that you use this, it's just the softest skin you'll ever have. I'm reading the back, I'm wondering whether or not it's the hyaluronic acid, because what I would describe this as is plumping for skin. So I would apply this, same as with all body lotions, the sooner that you can apply it out of the bath or shower, the better. If you can apply it, there's like a sweet spot. You're dry, there's not actual moisture on your skin, but your skin is kind of still swollen with water. Do you know what I mean? I know you know that feeling. It's kind of like your skin is damp, but there's no actual water on your skin. What is that stage of skin? How do we describe that? I don't know. But that kind of before your skin is completely dry, but there's no actual water on your skin. That's the sweet spot. That's when you want to put your moisturizer or your oil or whatever it is that you're going to use. So with everything, I do that. This is not specific to this, but that is when I would apply this. And by the time my moisturizer has absorbed and like my skin would kind of dry down to whatever it would normally be, my skin kind of retains that plumpness. It's not quite the same, but it like retains that plumpness and just incredibly, incredibly soft. Now, if you pair it with a scrub, it doesn't have to be this, you know, the Sand & Sky scrub necessarily. It could be any scrub you want, but if you pair it with that, it's going to make it all the better. But I have used this on freshly shaved legs. I will save this specifically for freshly shaved legs and will not use it anywhere else. And just softness. I don't honestly think that I have ever liked a body moisturizer as much as this, which is a lot to say, but it is expensive for what it is, because I felt like I went through it quite quickly, so I was saving it, and I've bought another one that I will again use sparingly. This isn't even something I'm using once a week. I really, really love it, but it's expensive. It's not going to be my like daily go-to. I'm leaving the spot open for something like slightly better value. If you're like 90% of the way there, but you're half the price, I'm gonna love you more. A facial moisturizer, which I don't go through all that often. Obviously I use moisturizer every single night, but I flip between a lot of different ones. And I was using the, oh, what's it called? The, I think it was the Fab. I had to look that up because I was like, am I making that up? First Aid Beauty, that's why. Because it's called Fab, but it's First Aid Beauty. I was using the Ultra Repair Cream, and I've gone back to that now. But in the middle of that, I was sent this from Khiels, the Ultra Facial Cream. The difference between those two products is how lightweight they are. So this says 24-hour daily lightweight hydrating formula. It is lightweight, but it's still got more to it than the Ultra Repair, or whatever it's called, from Fab. Really, really like that one. And this is a great example of, this was very, very nice. It felt really hydrating. It felt very nourishing. And when my skin was feeling like it really, really needed a little bit of extra something, it was nice to apply this because it felt like there was something left behind that was doing something. Or probably psychosomatic stuff. Whereas the First Aid Beauty stuff was really easily absorbed, still left a little bit of something behind, but it hydrated my skin really, really well. And in terms of price, although that's quite expensive as well, this is like twice the money. So I would still highly recommend that one over this one, even though I really, really enjoyed it. Bit of a random one. Amazing baking soda. Not something I would usually include in an empties, a beauty empties, but I mean, for cleaning, fantastic. I've been using this for cleaning the bathroom specifically. Like, I dust this in the bath before I scrub everything, and it means that I can use like a regular cloth because it's like granules and it gets really, really abrasive and scrubby, and it means that I get a much cleaner, scrubbier, just kind of less effort clean. So great for cleaning, which is kind of what most people use it for, but also I've been using it as a foot bath. I don't even know, does it say anywhere on here? I read that you could use it for this, and whether or not you need a specific type, I don't think you do. It's just baking soda. It is what it is. But I read that baking soda was good for like a foot soak. I mean, it helped to soften, I think. When I took my feet out of the foot bath and I like buffed them as I usually would, I think they were a little bit easier to pumice away. And more than anything else, it's much, much cheaper than getting something that is fit for purpose, like an actual foot soak thing. Plus, those things tend to be a little bit oily, which is not necessarily what I want. If I'm going to give myself a pedicure, I don't want to put something in the foot spa that is going to be, or foot soak, whatever, that is going to kind of leave an oily residue, because then I'm going to have to like separately clean my feet before I've got to actually like paint my toenails. Whereas when I use something like this, I don't have anything left behind. So I take my feet out, do whatever I'm going to do, paint my nails, and then I use an oil or a moisturizer or something. And I just think it's really good. So I've got another one of these, but I do also use it for cleaning. Onto the makeup. It's very rare that I finish makeup products, but I finished 2 this week. I took to London a specific makeup bag of products, and since we came back, I have been doing my makeup, I would say, apart from, you know, obviously now I've done my makeup much heavier and with completely different products, but like my day-to-day makeup, I've been doing 50% more often than usual, because I'm just in the house, I'm like kind of running errands, I'm going to the shop, taking the kids somewhere. I just kind of got out of the habit of wearing makeup for that stuff, unless I was actually going somewhere or I was filming something like this, like a sit down, talk to camera kind of thing. Most of my vlogs, I don't wear makeup. Who can be bothered? So when we went to London, I had this little makeup bag of stuff, and it was taking me 5 minutes to put a little bit of makeup on in the morning. So I left it in my bathroom at home, and I've been steadily using this same makeup, just 5 minutes. I might do a video. I mean, it's going to be so boring because it's so, you know, but it's 5 minutes. And it just makes me feel a little bit more awake. It's not a ton of product. I just kind of put some of the product kind of in the middle of some of the product here. It's just an easy routine, but I think that is probably why I have actually used up this, a foundation of all things. The number 7 HydraLuminous Moisturising foundation. The colour I've got is Calico. The reason that I love number 7 particularly is that Calico is my absolute perfect, best shade match in every single foundation that I've got from them. I have since repurchased this because I cannot be without it. I think this is now my number 1 favourite foundation. I think I got Stay Perfect. I can't remember because I'm just going to have to test some things out ahead of Vegas. It's difficult because Vegas is a completely different ecosystem. It's a completely different climate to what we've got here in Doncaster. And we've been very, very humid recently. It's very, very dry there, and the makeup that works here will not be the makeup that works there. So I kind of want to test some stuff out as to like what makeup I definitely want to wear for our vow renewal when we go. But it is also like, you know, I don't know if it's definitely going to work. I'm thinking the HydraLuminous might be my catch-all because it's going to keep me hydrated in the dry desert heat. I don't tend to get oily over there. It's the best climate for me. So I have repurchased this, but I also repurchased the Stay Perfect because I do really like that, and it does stay perfect. So we'll see. But either way, I have repurchased this because I've been so enjoying it. Today I have on Essentially Natural foundation from No. 7, also Calico, of course. I haven't used this one as much, and I don't like it as much. This is the one. This is the one, although I think the packaging's changed on this since. It's going to be like, look, it's so glowy, and then I remembered it's a different foundation. But you're with me. It's like a decent amount of coverage. I say medium coverage, it's buildable, but it just wears so beautifully, and it looks so flattering, even when my skin is dry. Best applied with a damp beauty blender because I know everything is. But I can apply it with my fingertips as well and just kind of blend it out, and it's really easy to work with. The other thing, I actually finished up today, and funnily enough, when I placed my Boots order yesterday, I'd already repurchased this. It was like, I knew in the back of my mind, this has lasted me way, way, way too long. I think that's really what it is. I kind of knew. But I also have been picking some things up to make sure that I've got plenty of whatever it is that I'm using left when we do go away. So I just wanted to make sure that I had that and that I didn't run out of it while we were there. And then today, I literally did one eyebrow, and then I was like, twist, twist, no, please. So I did the other eyebrow with just like really pushing down to try and get something out of the end of this product, which is how I did an eyebrow with this. I have no idea. I'll tell you what's called. That's probably a good idea. It's the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in taupe. I'm so glad it's taupe. I bought taupe yesterday, but I couldn't be bothered to come upstairs and see what colour I had. And I was like, did I get brown? Was it like a mid-brown? Taupe. I did think it would be taupe. My eyebrows are chameleons. They really can work for any hair colour that I have had. And taupe tends to be the best colour brow pencil in any brand of any kind. And I think it's because my eyebrows are kind of weirdly neutral. I had taupe when I was like icy blonde, and now I've got my natural, quite dark hair. Taupe works too. It's a very dry pencil, which is what I look for. I don't want something too waxy, and it's very, very difficult to get, although maybe this is partly the colour, it's very difficult to go too heavy. So I would always say, if you are, because I've seen some eyebrows out there, I mean, my eyebrows aren't perfect, but I've seen some eyebrows out there, and it's just like, you see the person and the first thing you see is their eyebrows. That's not what you want. I just don't think that's anybody's goal. I get that, you know, it's difficult, but eyebrows, you just like, that's the first thing you see. If that's something that you actually struggle with, I would recommend that you get a shade lower, or a shade like lighter would be a better phrase, than you usually get. And then you can kind of just build it up. And it can also be a little bit more natural as well, because you can kind of do like an all over and then slightly darker in different areas. Now, I've got microblading, it's worth noting, but it is fading and it is going quite purple at this point. So it's kind of like I've got like a template to work with underneath, but I really could do with something to kind of shadow over when I'm actually wearing makeup. When I'm not wearing makeup, I don't care. But when I am wearing makeup, I think the purple brows are a bit much. It's not about this, but I do briefly just want to mention what I'm wearing because I will forget by the time someone asks me. I've got the Collection Filter Finish Complexion Boosting Primer and Illuminator in Fair 1. That is the highlighter that I'm wearing. I've got it on, I mean, obviously, I've got it on just like sponged on in all of the areas that you can see. And then when I did my foundation, I kind of did it over the top and just kind of missed those areas. I kind of just put foundation in the middle of my face now. Anyone else? Maybe not. And then I've also got the Fenty bronze on here, but it really didn't dim that highlight. It's very, very beautiful. Then I've got on the Kylie Cosmetics lip liner in Candy K. I've got that on a little bit, and then over the top is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss, which I think is just like the palest colour. What is this? An ice. It is this colour, which really has got very little colour actually to it at all, but I just used it kind of to like, I want to say blend out, but you know what I'm saying. Just to kind of make it into a gloss in a neutral colour. I really love this gloss anyway on its own, but I wanted a little bit of colour, and I'm really into this Kylie lip liner. My question to you is, when did this appear? Anyway, I have enjoyed rambling through some of these empty products. I will link everything that I've mentioned for you below, as long as I can find links. I do love to mention products that have been discontinued, so I apologise in advance if any of these products that I actually raved about are no longer available. And you can expect some hauls, because I've been on a bit of a kick recently, especially with beauty stuff. There's been some new stuff that I'm interested in. There's been some things that I'm like, do I want to try this? I'm kind of contemplating a Colourpop order. I'm definitely going to place a Beauty Pie order. Possibly this video may go live before you see that. If so, if you've got any particular recommendations from Beauty Pie, let me know. The one thing that I will be getting the subscription for, and I've seen that you can get a 30-day free subscription, so it might be worth really trying to get as many things as possible in that time, just in case I don't want to keep the subscription, which is likely. The one thing that I really wanted to get was, like, they've got like a youth neck and chest spray. That's the main reason that I keep coming back to the Beauty Pie website. Whether or not I can actually just buy one thing, that would be crazy. That would be really, really crazy. I mean, I've at least got to buy enough stuff to get free shipping, right? I mean, that would be insane to just buy one thing. So just let me know what you think I should try, or what you'd like me to try, what you'd like to see me review. Because that's definitely coming up soon. Okay, thank you for joining me. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. I also have a vlog channel, and I vlog 5 days a week over there. Lots of playlists that I never update on my main channel. Maybe I'll do it eventually, we'll see. But I will be back on Friday with another video. I think it's going to be a shop with me.